Hey, my name is Walldog, vampire dude. Uh, I was just thinking about this, and I made a video last night about about like core core values or whatever, staying positive or whatever. I was thinking, I was thinking to myself like, when a person sees you and they size you up, what I want. Here's the thing, I've been called many things, and one of which is a player, right? Like someone who knows. But here's the thing. What I've learned is, here's my advice. Here's my advice to all the young dudes out there is to only care for I mean, obviously you need to learn some things, right? But but for me, given all of my knowledge about people, male and female, me personally, this is just where I'm at. It may not necessarily be correct. This may not be correct, but it's correct for where I'm developing right now. I'm you know naturally over time I've become like natural with um, understanding women, right? For me, what I'm telling myself so that I can focus and improve on is I only give a damn about the what about I want to say only about what men think, but I want to add on to that. Like when they size you up, I want to add on to that and say I only give a damn about what the biggest guy in the room thinks. And the biggest guy in the room can be a small guy, right? He can be like a small guy, no matter. But if he's the biggest, doesn't I'm not talking about size. There's a lot of factors. You can be big at different things, or you can be just the main guy in the room, right? There can be different main guys for different things and whatever. But from my perspective, when I walk into a room and I'm sizing people up, and I size up the one person I think is, to me, the biggest guy in the room, I want to focus on just what he thinks. And I want to be in a room. I want to be in a room with the biggest, with the guy bigger than me. I think most younger dudes would want the opposite, right? Maybe not admit it. But I'm clearly. I'll just say it. I'm unhappy with where I'm at. Right. I think that's a good thing. I want to improve. That's why I want to be in a room with a guy bigger than me. And talking about that, like I said, there's a lot of factors that you could have multiple dudes. They're big and confident. They're confident, and they've got a reason to be confident, right? For different reasons. To me, I want to fight those dudes, but not really fight, but like get in that kind of relationship, the adversary relationship. Not quite friends. We're not hanging out, right? We're not doing any of that. When we see each other, we fight. We're we're in that stance. Not in a physical sense, not a physical stance, but from a communication standpoint, so that we're both comfortable. You got two big, confident animals, and I want to look at it from this perspective. I want to look at it from calling myself an animal. That guy's an animal. I want to go. I want to see that guy. I want to. I want to. I'm being. I'm not being. I'm being kind of dramatic, right? I'm being dramatic, but I want to charge through the front door of where we're at. It can be a public place. I'm gonna just go in there, full throttle. You know, looking. I want everyone to look at me. I want that guy to pause. I want that big, confident animal to be the last one to look at me. I want him to, and this is what I expect. I expect that big animal to see everybody suddenly look or get a little bit distracted. And then I want about 2 seconds. And I know based off of a person's reaction time, and I'm very good at, reading the situation. I want that big animal to take about 2 seconds. Just not even, I want him to get angry. I want him to have 2 seconds, know what to do, not do anything, get pissed off, then look at me. And then I want to start interacting with that guy. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And then from there, you don't know what's gonna happen. But I want that to be want that I want that I want that fight conversational option there. I want it present. I want it right from the get go. That big animal. That's what I want. I want. I don't give a shit about today. Today's my day off. I'm doing a bunch of things. I'm seeing a bunch of people, and I'm spending time with my family. And I'm taking care of myself. And I'm being healthy. And I don't give a shit about any of that. None of that's on my mind. All these women who know me, right? Like I can talk shit, whatever. You don't want to talk shit. Be nice, whatever. But I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm thinking about fighting the big guy, but not literally. That's what I want. That alone will take away all of my. I know. I know. God, do I know that everything else, good or bad, goes away. I don't give a shit about any of the good things. I don't give a shit about any of the bad things. I don't give a shit about the book I'm reading or the fact that I so desperately want a coffee. I'm just imagining the perfect moment with that big guy in the room. He's big for a reason. Looks at me, get pissed off, and become friends. In a way, maybe. That's all I give a shit about. It's that feeling. It's a feeling. It's a freaking feeling. It's the best. It is. It is. It's so good. Fighting the big guy. Because that big guy, I can know how big he is in different ways and experience how he fights. Because I'm getting all like pumped up right now. Because the bigger he is, the more he's gonna take me seriously. And also, you know, start checking me. He's gonna start checking me out. He's gonna size me up, and he's gonna size me up incorrectly. I know this because I know this. Whoever this imaginary person is that I'm talking about. I'm talking about a feeling from an imaginary person, or person that does exist or could exist, or there's guys out there. But, but I know that not every guy out there has all the experience in the world, right? I know that. I know he's gonna size me up, but he may have information that I'm an alpha male and that I'm a vampire and that I've got all these skills and stuff. And he's probably going to be very knowledgeable because he's a big guy, right? He's my fantasy. My fantasy big guy. Probably well prepared for some reason. But this is probably the worst case scenario. Maybe best case. I don't know how to explain it. Best and worst case scenario. But he may be able to size me up, but he's not gonna know or have experience. Probably not with with a character like me. And if he does have experience, he does size me up correctly, and he starts effectively tooling me, so to speak, then that's even better. Because that guy will not only know how to tool me, but he'll probably want to tool me in a way I know I'm going off. This is past the point of weird, right? This is getting into really uncharted weird territory. But what I'm trying to say at this point, and given all that, he's probably gonna make me feel uncomfortable, put me in an uncomfortable position. Conversationally, emotionally, mentally. I'm not gonna like it. Be scared. I'll get scared and say, oh shit, this big animal. I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared, but I was prepared. That's it. And me being the desperate, lonely animal that I am will then become, we will challenge each other. But it'll be a kind of challenge to where it's no longer about skill. It's no longer about situation. It's like a card game. It'll become a card game where you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to win. Don't know. Just luck. At that point, let's say both of us, we put our. I say, no, we don't need anything in this challenge. We don't want any outside help from this challenge. We don't want divinity. Don't want any of that. Don't want any spirituality. Nothing. That we don't have control over that really. Maybe we do. We're spiritual creatures, magical creatures. Maybe no, this is between us. We're not going to let the gods. There's a saying from the movie Gladiator 2, where they're gladiators. And the emperor or whatever says, let the gods decide, and they decide. But no, none of that. It's just a simple card game at that point, metaphorically. Just two big animals, just human beings with everything in a sense, in a way, mentally, maybe not literally. Two big animals who think they have everything in a way. But at that point, they give it all up, they have nothing. There's only instincts in humanity and battle. That's all there is. And rules. There's rules too, obviously. This is all non-physical, right? Non-physical. That's what I want. That is my focus. That is my distraction from everything. All the beautiful women. Nah. It don't matter. Don't. Nah. Not even gonna distract me. That big animal of my dreams, of my fantasy. More important. So, wait. To me, at that point, when we're fighting that big animal, anyways, I hope y'all have a good day. I'm gonna go get coffee and ride my scooter. Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Bye.